Why hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as LEGO Dude 11, and in today's video, this is my Doom Patrol Season 4 final season spoiler review. So without further ado, let's discuss. Okay, so kicking things off here, have my notes on my computer here. Got Doom Patrol pulled up back there. The Season 4 poster, as you'll see here on the title, or not title card, on the thumbnail of this video. And kicking things off, before I get to the music, they structured the season. They did it similar to Stranger Things Season 4. I don't know why both seasons were both 4, but anyway, I digress. They broke up into 2 chunks. And for me, for Stranger Things, which I think I have a bit more, like, because Netflix does the drop it all at once, but then they did Stranger Things, like, let's do, like, Part 1 and Part 2, and then Part 2 was just, like, 2 episodes that were, like, movie length. This, however, they split it up between, which I think... I don't remember, because I remember there was a hiatus for Rick and Morty, which I did not really appreciate. That was, like, back in Season 4 or something. Or maybe that was even last year. But there was, like, a hiatus for, maybe it was Doom Patrol Season 3, or maybe it wasn't. But I don't think, actually, I don't think there was a hiatus for Doom Patrol Season 3. But this one, it felt so abrupt, right? It didn't really give anything like, here it's coming, or this is the end. Like, And people, I think that the people that watch the show, like me, big fan of it. And I have issues with it. But then there's people that don't watch the show going, is this a show worth watching? Like, it's kind of all bonkers. And anyway, the music in the show is done by Kevin Kiner, which I'm a big fan of. Great segue, by the way. I love the transition I just did there. Very abrupt, as I said. So, anyway, the music's done by Kevin Kiner, who did Clone Wars, Peacemaker, and I love the guy. He's just, I mean, I love the Ghostbusters, the theme in Clone Wars, and then the Bad Batch theme. The Bad Batch show's bad, so him doing this, and then the Peacemaker theme is great. Well, I guess it's a song, with a Wigwam song. That soundtrack's great. Him doing this is good. I like the Doom Patrol theme, the main theme in the end credits. Great stuff all throughout the 4 seasons. And then the story is very bonkers and very emotional as well. So this season is dealing with time travel consistent from last season, as well as first in like the first few episodes they deal with the Butts, werewolf Butts, trying to defeat those, which I think those were in last season as well. And then they are brought back in the finale. And I'm having a hard time trying to figure out this season where I rank it, and the whole show in particular. Because I'm trying to talk about, in this review, like the season itself, and the whole show, which I'll probably get to at the end of the video. I'm just very... I don't know, annoyed is the right word, because I love it as a superhero drama. But is that what people are looking for? You see, the problem is, well, I'll get to that later. I'm just having so many thoughts here. So they introduced this character, Casey, right, with Dorothy. There's this whole, like, inside episode. And see, the problem I feel like with this season is as I was watching it, going, they really, I feel like they lost, and I could be wrong. Like, I could be wrong about how I feel about this. This is my own interpretation. I kind of was, like, wanting more of the villain aspect. I was very underwhelmed by the villain, and there's a reason they use the villain as a woman. Okay, and I have nothing against that. I don't have, like, the Captain Marvel, the Marvels movie that's coming. I'm gonna make a review about that. But there's nothing. I don't have an issue with women, and I don't have a problem that they said, okay, let's use Immortus as a woman. Like, I thought we were going to see her true form. Not that they couldn't implicate Immortus as a woman. Great, use that character, but then use it like, I don't know, say Loki, or like Loki's true form, like a master of deception. Where's his true form? Not that. Like, I don't know where that happened, where that went. So I don't know. I was kind of underwhelmed. And then in the Casey episode, when we see Dorothy throughout various episodes, and we have this character Casey, who is in this one episode with her dad, and then there's like tie-ins to Immortus and all this stuff, like gradually getting there. We finally get there, but I thought that we were gonna have like more like aliens, you know, like that guy we see in Orquith, and there's this whole Orquith episode. Then it's gone. I mean, like that chapter's over, and then I'm like, is there more? Are we gonna see more of the aliens? And then we just kind of get this quick wrap up in the finale, which I'm kind of getting to the finale. But I was like, I like the Casey character and the musical episode. The musical episode was by far my favorite one. We end with that end song, that You're All Doomed, which in particular, see, this is where I get a little frustrated and confused. I wouldn't say confused, because I understood what was going on in the season. Like, I understood. I'm going to talk more about it in a little bit. But the Casey episode was fine. Casey character was fine. And before I get back on my track, before the musical episode, the Casey there's a character called 104, Mr. 104, that was introduced, I believe, either this season or it might have been, it was this season. It was this, and it was like episode 3, I believe, when they're in like this cage, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, I mean, not like I thought his character was cool, and then he's like here popping up with Larry until the last end of the season, which I'm getting to the finale again. But he kind of has a happy ending, great happy ending. Kind of cringe though. Like, I'm not this guy that uses to like the word cringe a lot, but it really felt like cringe to me. It felt like this. Now, his character is gay in the show, and I don't have an issue with gays, but I felt like the way they wrote the moment was very like, yeah, these characters haven't had, like, throughout the entire show, they haven't had time to develop, so I felt like it was very, I don't mean to say gay is cringe, but I mean to say that I didn't feel like the chemistry was there for them, so that's the only problem I had. But back to the musical thing, the problem I felt with the Immortus character was, they introduce her, or they say Immortus, 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 kind of like Thrawn and Ahsoka. And then they have her there, they have her in the musical episode, and then they're like, the build-up of You're All Doomed in that one song, right, which I thoroughly love the Immortus Day episode, Immortimus Day. And then they're like, You're All Doomed, right? As I scratch my nose again, I'm sorry. But I do, I like that ending, that crescendo, that climax, but then, I don't know, like, it was just, oh, I'm Immortus, and I'm going to send you on a portal to the time stream. And then we have the whole episode, which I was slightly confused what they were going for in that episode. I'm like, so you're just going around to different times of the time. I understood it, but I was like, what's the point of this episode? Like, you're not, like, I felt like this was a very filler episode just to get to the finale. That was a very quick resolution with the villain. And then, okay, let me explain for a moment that I'm kind of rushing to the finale here, but the finale with the butts and there was no fight, like, for me, I have to explain to you the realm of the globe of the entertainment world. I'm not somebody that needs all boom, 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 action, punch, punch, pow, 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 explosions. Drama's fine, which what they did in the show was fine. I have no issue about that. I think it's a great show. But in a superhero show, and in this series finale, it's the same issue with season 2, right? It was a season where COVID happened, and it was very tightly knit. And the character, the villain, the Candlemaker, Dorothy resolved it like that. And then in season 3, they had the episode 1 with the kickoff, and it was all like wrapped up in a nice little bow. There didn't really seem to be a fight. There were fights within the show, but it didn't really seem to be a fight with the villain, which maybe that's not the intent that they were going for. But, however, in the series finale, when it was like, this big Immortus rise, and then it's like, let's have a fight, it was like 5 seconds. It wasn't 5 seconds. It felt, but it was so quick and underwhelming. It was like, this superhero show where we have to fight now. There is another reason. They're getting old. They lost their English. They lost their longevity. In one of the episodes, they become young. Very neat stuff. Very neat stuff. Very, very interesting story. And then they lose their longevity via like the villain, not the villain, but via some like a spell. So that's why they're in Orqwith. They get their longevity back. They can't get it, or they all lose it, and then they're trying to get it back from Immortus, or to defeat Immortus and stuff. And in the process of the fight, you know, they're getting old and stuff, and it's very, very emotional. But I just was like, the fight, man, like do a little bit more. And then the Butts come in and they sing this song, another musical number, and they're like, yeah, you saved the day, and everything just is like resolved within 2 seconds, 5 seconds. It's, I don't know if it's stupid, but I was very underwhelmed. And it's one of these things, like, I love this show. I've been debating in the past week, like, while, is this in my top 10 shows? Because there's, like, plenty of other shows that I love. What was the other show? Invincible or something? That just finished recently that I made a review about? I don't remember. But anyway, so it might have been, no, it wasn't that. Anyway, this show is maybe on my top 10, or not. It was, but then this is probably in like my top 15. So I don't know. Again, they were getting old, and Rita dies, and it's very sad, and they light her body on fire, and it's like, you know, she's a Elastigirl woman, so she goes in the cremation. She's like blowing up. It's like kind of funny. But everybody gets a happy ending, well, except her. She gets the very emotional ending. Larry gets to have my cringe ending, because I didn't really feel the chemistry there with Mr. 104. Happy ending there. Happy ending with Robot Man and his son, or grandson, I guess his daughter's Laura, or Clara, I mean. So his grandson Rory, seeing how he grows up with this little crystal, just like a timeline. It's so emotional there. That was very sad, and I was actually watching it at breakfast this morning, and day of this recording, not the day of this upload, and I was watching it at brunch, and I'm just like, no, Cliff! Cliff goes away. I think that's how it ended. I think Cliff either dies or is like driving away. I can't remember. I don't know if Cliff dies. I'm gonna have to rewatch it. But I know you might be thinking, well, that's stupid. He doesn't remember what happened. Either Cliff died. I thought Cliff's eyes closed, like the power drain, but I could be wrong. And so that was Robot Man, Larry, and then Crazy Jane, who is now the Kaleidoscope, or Kay. Very, very sad image there. If you think about it, her name's Kay now because she has everybody in her mind. Is now living with painting and stuff with Casey. So I don't know if they're in a relationship, and I honestly kind of like that relationship more. I don't know which one I like more. I really like Larry's character, but I didn't feel him with Mr. 104. But her and Casey, I kind of like Crazy Jane and Casey together. I don't know why. Maybe it's girl on girl. I don't know. You got me. I don't know what it is. But you can comment about that all you want. But I like their characters together, and they were all happy together. And you know, one other quick thing. Timothy Dalton's in this season, and I think he's such a dick. I'm sorry, I have to say it. He's such a dick. Like, I liked his character in the first 2 seasons, but then, I don't know, like, having him back, not the actor. The actor's fine. I like Timothy Dalton as an actor, but him in this role, he's like, they're like, we need our longevity. Come on, Niles, do this. And like, no, that I would never do that. It's like, you're such a dick. I don't know why they wrote him to be. I mean, the way they killed him off was fucking hilarious. Pardon my language, but it was hilarious. Like, I remember the Doom Patrol in season 3, I believe, they came back as zombies and ate them. I have to go back and watch that scene because that was just hilarious to watch. But bringing them back in season 4 is just no. I did this for you. I would never. And it's like, you're being a dick, dude. Anyway, that's what I thought. But maybe you guys like Timothy Dalton being back. I mean, I like him as acting. I just didn't think his actions in the show were all that great. So anyway, before I end this, my final rating. God, on the season, I don't know. I give it like a 6 out of 10. It was good. I was just very like, I'm glad it's over. I like the theme song from the beginning and the end. I don't know. So the season's a 6 out of 10. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'd give the whole show, like a 6 out of 10. I know. I think it might be higher. Like, I don't know. Like, the first ones are good. Maybe it's like a... Maybe the show's a 7 out of 10. Okay, I don't want to be too critical. It's a 7 out of 10. Like, if it ended on a good note. I just was like, is this a show really worth binging from like season 1 to now? I'm not really so sure because, like, I look at season 2 and I go, it failed because of COVID. And then this one's just like, was anybody watching it anymore? Not so sure. So, good show? Yeah, it's a good show. I recommend it. Binge-worthy? Like, I don't know. It's good for DC. It's just that DC's in a bit of a mess right now. Same as Marvel, but how I feel is that I would recommend this. It's just that if you're an avid DC watcher, like me, I'm not an avid DC guy. But this is a great show. And I know my logic's not making much sense, but I think that if you want to watch another superhero thing, this is something to watch. If you're just, like, superheroed out, don't watch it. That's all I can say. So, I don't know. If you're looking for boom, 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 action, action, action superhero, not it. If you're wanting to watch a drama superhero, watch it. I don't know. Whatever your taste is. I recommend it. I just don't know. I wish there was more. That's all I can say. I wish there was more. So that's my Season 4, Doom Patrol Season 4 spoiler review. Thank you so much for watching. Guys, you have no idea how excited I am. I mentioned this last week, whatever review I did last week. Don't forget to... I am so happy about what TV's on right now. Stay tuned for Loki Season 2 review. Coming out, I believe that's this week as well. Then I have the Marvels review. Then I have, Invincible's going on right now. Then Rick and Morty's going on right now. And so much other stuff. And the strike is finally over, so we get to do more content coming next year. So excited. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me, and as always, don't forget to keep follow me on Instagram at Boba Fett Jedi Master. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm, play Lego, watch stuff. Peace out, everyone. Bye.